What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Uberkooledgarage. On this week's episode, we're going to be doing a tiny bit of work on Zach's Gia. Unfortunately, I didn't have time this week. Got sent out of town for work again. But tomorrow, actually the day that this is coming out, so Sunday, I will be painting it. So next week's video, it'll be painted, and then we'll start putting it together and start doing all the final touches. So the rest of this video after Zach's Gia is bug stuff. So we'll get right into this and hope you guys enjoy. Well, it's time to start sanding this thing. Everything looks really good. So it's a little bit rough, which is completely fine. I actually love this primer. So it's a little bit rough. I actually already sanded the entire driver's side. So you can see the difference. Super rough, unbelievably smooth. So the entire driver's side is sanded. Started off with 220, went to 320 and 400. So it is very smooth. The primer is really cool because it kind of acts like its own guide coat. It goes on pretty dark, or a darker gray, and then as you're sanding it, it gets down to light gray. It's probably really hard to see on camera, but you can kind of see the difference in the color. So as you start knocking it down, you can see where all of the low spots are. So it made sanding it really easy. It's really smooth to sand. It doesn't jack up your sandpaper really at all. So it's turned out really good. So now it's time to do the passenger side, and then we'll start shooting some paint. Alright, I am officially tired of sanding, but the passenger side is now done. It turned out really good. Have a couple of that's just a dust spot. Couple of spots that I need to touch up on the primer, which is no big deal. I'll just spray a little bit, and then I will fine sand that again. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up and do that real fast. Wash off the whole car, make sure it's all nice and clean, and then we'll get into painting. So we'll get this painted, hopefully clear coated tomorrow, which is when this video is going to come out. So paint's probably going to be in the next episode, but I have an idea for the rest of this video. So we'll do this and get the car ready. So next video we will have it completely painted, probably put back together, and then we can get on into the interior and then paint all the little bits like the hood and the deck lid, gas tank door. I gotta pull off the suspension caps to sand those down, get those painted, and then after that, it's pretty much finish up a couple little things, fix some wiring, and install the ECU when I get it. So, and then we're looking pretty good. Alright guys, so it's been a minute since we've worked on the bug, but that is now going to change. So I got the chassis outside of the car. I slid the floors in just to kind of see what I have to fix, what I have to patch, and what I have to cut. So I still have to cut channels out for the floor where the original cage plates went. So I'm going to fix those. I have some of the stamped metal that I'll be welding back in there and grind it all down, make it all nice and smooth, get it back to where it was looking before. So this front panel is bowed up a little bit, so I have to trim a little bit off of this corner. The pedal side fits perfect. So, and then on the tunnel, I still have a couple holes I need to patch. I still need to cut that off, clean up the back. I'm going to cut the dimple dyed plate off because from pretty much this is going to get cut a little bit shorter on both sides. I'm going to have a square steel channel run all the way across. I believe I'm getting a 3x4 chunk of square tubing, which is pretty much what they use for building chassis on regular cars and stuff like that. So that'll go in there, and then the heater channel sections will tag into that as well. That way all of the floor and everything is all built into the actual chassis. I'm probably going to put a tab on each side of the seat rails that bolt into the floor as well. That way it'll keep it from flexing around too much or moving around. So let's hop right back into the bug. Just wanted to say thank you, Maurice, for bringing me the parts. This is a 5-speed trans, so I'm going to end up using his rear plate, the two-wheel drive lockout. It's got a different pinion in it, so I might change that over. I'll see. The cool thing about this is now I have an extra gear set, just in case anything happens to mine. Crossing my fingers that it won't, but if something does happen, I have an extra one. He also brought me an extra set of heads. So these are 2.0 heads. And it got me thinking, should I just run a hybrid motor since mine is a 2.5 and these are 2.0s? I'm still not 100% sure on what I'm going to do with that. But if I don't end up using them, I'll use these on a different motor. Just find a short block and use these heads on a different motor for somebody else. He also brought me a set of cam gears and a couple other little bits and pieces. So I'm going to tear that transmission down, see what all I need, and then I have to pull my trans out, clean it up, and then re-weld the front diff. And this one, it's already welded, but I want to add a couple plates in there just to make sure that it doesn't let go at any point. So I'll clean that up, get all of those parts from that transmission into this one, get it all sealed up, good to go, get it ready. So the only thing that I need to make this work is I need to order the Suba flanges. That way I can get axle measurements and stuff like that. So we'll get this one out of the chassis table, or more of a chassis cart. So I'll get that out of there, start tearing that down, start tearing down the other one, get the transmission 100% ready to go. That way when it comes time, it's just throw it in. Got the gear set out. Got the two-wheel drive locker out. Had it on there pretty darn tight, which is good. I had to heat up the bolt to unscrew it, so got that out. The gear set actually looks in really, really good shape. So no scoring on any of the teeth, no heat marks. Everything's all nice and clean. All the bearings look good. So we'll save this gear set and we'll put this in my transmission. So what had happened with this was one of the bolts backed out and destroyed his case. Looks like there was a couple more that were coming loose. So actually almost all of them are coming loose. So the actual pinion itself doesn't seem too bad. I might pull it apart a little bit more, see how bad it is. All the teeth on the inside move freely. So I'm not 100% sure on... Actually, those marks just look like grease from me pulling it out. So everything on here looks pretty good. The actual teeth look pretty good. So what I might do is I might pull off the gear, see how bad all of this right here is damaged. If you look down in there, you guys can't see it, but if you look down in there, the all of the threads inside there look like they might be okay. So I might be able to tap that and then just clean some of this up, because it's really not too bad. I mean, there's a sharp lip all the way around it, but might be able to smooth that out and reuse the whole thing. So we will just pretty much probably just wrap this stuff up and put it in a box. That way, if for some reason I lose second gear or third gear, or my transmission completely grenades, then I can swap over to all of this stuff. But for now, we'll just be putting that in my transmission, and that'll be it. Got a couple things for the bug in the mail recently, so we will do an unboxing on a lot of this stuff. This is my square tubing that finally came in from when I ordered the roll cage months and months and months ago. So that's cool that I got that. Now let's go ahead and unbox this stuff, and then I'll show you what we got. So here's some of the parts that I've ordered. I still have a ton on the way, so we'll start off small. I got some extended wheel studs. These are pretty darn long. They bolt directly into the disc brakes. So those bolt in to the disc brakes. So from there, I also ordered extended lug nuts. So those work out perfect with the wheels that I ordered. And then what this is sitting on is my radiator. This is a 27.5 by 15.5 Griffin. It is one of their race intercoolers. So it's a 3-pass, 1-inch tube instead of the standard three-quarter inch tube. So this will seriously do some cooling. It is actually a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. For some reason in my head, I was thinking a little radiator. But with the bug, I do not want a single cooling issue. So this will get shrouded. We'll have big, huge fan on the back, possibly 2 smaller ones. So it is a really, really nice radiator. Really, really excited about this. It actually fits exactly where I need it to fit. So it's pretty awesome. And then onto the entire steering system. So once I get all this stuff installed, the bug will actually be able to steer. So I have a rack and pinion, and then these are the tie rod ends. So those bolt onto the side, go out to the spindles, which is awesome. Then I have some U-joints to connect the steering wheel, or the original steering shaft, down to this one, which is what this extended piece is for. So that will get a U-joint on that side, come up there, and then get another U-joint on the other side. And then I got, these are needle bearings for the original steering shaft. So those will, I'm actually going to make an adapter for these to weld, or to go into a 1 5/16" roll cage tube that'll run from my dash bar down to the front section of the roll cage. The reason I'm doing that is with the center bar, with the dash bar sits really low, and I feel like I might hit my shins on it quite a bit. So I'm going to raise that bar up and run the steering linkage through it. So it'll be roll cage tubing, so it'll be nice and strong. It'll work out great. I will show you that when I get to it. So the next thing on the list is seats. So you noticed I only pulled out one. The other one is in the chassis already. I wanted to make sure it was going to fit before I pulled it all out. So the seats are super nice. I really like these seats. They do fit in the Bug, which is awesome. These are sliders, so I really like how these seats are. They are very snug, really comfortable, really soft. So we will get these installed once we get some of our other packages. So really excited about the seats. And then there's these. Sorry guys. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you this week. Would have liked to had a lot more done to Zach's Gia this week. Progress has been being made. I've started doing a couple other little things for his car, getting everything situated. So next week, it'll for sure 100% be painted, clear coated, and we'll be getting put together, back together, and start doing a lot of the final touches. Pretty much it's just touching up a couple wires, getting everything set up, make sure it's all good to go. So we're getting pretty close with Zach's Gia. Still haven't heard anything back from the ECU company, which is really unfortunate. I was kind of really hoping to have that here so then I could get the car running and driving, but hopefully within the next couple days or so, we will get that. Bug stuff is coming, and it is going to start getting pretty crazy here. So if you guys aren't subscribed, I definitely suggest to subscribe, because the bug stuff is definitely coming, and it's gonna get you pretty crazy. So There's a lot of good stuff on the way. I'm sorry for the cliffhanger at the end of this video, but I promise that it is definitely worth the wait. Very, very excited with a lot of the stuff that has came so far, and definitely looking forward to the other stuff as well. If you guys didn't watch the last video, I do have stickers available, so if you guys want stickers, go ahead and send me an email. My email's down in the description, or hit me up on Instagram. Trying to figure out a way to get all of those paid for and shipped out for you guys, since I don't have my website up right now. But we'll figure that out. Definitely get those shipped out to you guys if you order them or purchase them. So that's it for now. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.